Welcome to Ganita Sutras Mathematics on First Principles and School Vedic Mathematics Teachers Orientation classes. Today we are having a combined class for the students of Vedic Mathematics of Ganita Sutras and School Vedic Mathematics Teachers Orientation participants. Sadhkas, Vedic Mathematics is a complete discipline. Vedic Mathematics is an exhaustive, self-contained system. This discipline is complete from its first step to its last step. And the text is Ganita Sutras. There are 16 sutras and there are 13 upsutras. The prayer of Vedic mathematics is the text of Ganita Sutras and Ganita Upsutras. Each class begins with the Vedic mathematics prayer. We sit comfortably and from memory recite sequentially Ganita Sutra 1, taking up till Ganita Sutra 16, followed by Ganita Upsutra 1, to be continued up till Ganita Upsutra 13. There are 16 sutras and 13 upsutras. These 29 sutras make a complete text. It is a complete prayer. It is a complete full reservoir of entire range of values of Vedic mathematics. The values of Vedic mathematics along with the formats and features beneath these values make a complete reservoir in terms of which one can reach up till the central core of the Vedic knowledge. Vedic knowledge, Vedic systems, Vedic mathematics are in continuity, integrated, complemented and supplementing each other. Vedic knowledge, Vedic systems and Vedic mathematics, or Vedic mathematics, Vedic systems and Vedic knowledge ultimately get unified, and it is a one complete system. We are in the Ganita Sutras Mathematics on First Principles in Unit 2, or upon vision, tools and strategy of the Ganita Sutras. Vision, tools and strategy of the Ganita Sutras is a subject which is the subject to be learnt by the Vedic mathematics teachers. Vedic mathematics teachers shall have a focus upon the vision, tools and strategy of Ganita Sutras. For it, we had seen in the previous lesson 13 the category 1 of mathematical tools. Let us recapitulate that mathematical tools of category 1 are the number values. These number values are available in this text, firstly in manifest form and then also in unmanifest form. It is the unique feature of the Vedic knowledge, Vedic systems and Vedic mathematics of the Ganita Sutras that Ganita Sutras mathematics works with the tools which mark their presence in manifest form as well as in unmanifest form. It is this feature which makes Vedic mathematics to be distinct from all other systems, including the prevalent present-day mathematics. Vedic mathematics is the mathematics which is of the vision, as is apparent from the first letter O of the text of value 6, as that it is all about 6 space, means about the Surya, about the sun, as 6 is the Surya Ank. And this way the Vedic mathematics vision is the vision parallel to the existence phenomenon of our solar universe. As our solar universe is existing and rejuvenating, reorientating, reinventing, re-expanding, and making the existence phenomenon. The existence phenomenon of our solar universe may be within frames or it may be without frames, including human frame. Therefore, all what is existing within human body as a Purusha format, and all that is existing otherwise in the solar universe is the subject matter of the discipline of Vedic mathematics. As such, the vision of Ganita Sutras Mathematics is the vision of number value 6, Surya Ank, number of sun, the sun itself, 6 space. Therefore, it is the 6 space format which is the ultimate format along which the strategy is coined and the tools are reached at. The tools of Ganita Sutras Mathematics are reached at 6 space, means hypercube 6, the representative regular body of a 6 space. The tools and strategy for the vision of Ganita Sutras Mathematics is taking us to hypercube 6. The hypercube 6 is a representative regular body of a 6 space. It is a body which accepts 6 space as domain, 5 space as boundary, a transcendental boundary, 4 space as dimension, and 3 space is going to be a reach as a solid dimension. Therefore, solid dimension takes us up till 6 space as an origin, and 6 space as dimension in continuity takes us to 6, 7, 8 and 9. However, the hypercube 6 itself is 4, 5, 6 and 7. There are 3 features. One feature is that we start with 6 space as origin and reach up till 3 space as a dimension. Then we start with 6 space as dimension and reach up till 9 space as origin. And further 6 space as a domain becomes a 4-fold manifestation layer. Therefore, the entire range of values 3 to 9 or one way or the other are playing their role. As such, the tools, strategy for reaching at the vision is a very, very organized format. This format is a format of number value 6. This format is a format of hypercube 6, the representative regular body of a 6 space. Therefore, we have to orientate ourselves in such a way that we can teach to young minds. We can fulfill the young minds with the values of a Vedic mathematics of the order of the solar universe. For it, we have to begin from the very beginning with a very gentle steps. Let us make a note in our Vedic referencer that Vedic mathematics is a mathematics of the vision of the order of our solar universe. The strategy and the tools are to be fabricated along the format of hypercube 6, the representative regular body of a 6 space. For having a reach up till this vision of the order of the solar universe would mean that we have to proceed very gently as per the organization, format and values and features of the text of Ganita Sutras. In the previous lesson 13 of Unit 2 of Ganita Sutras Mathematics for Vision, Tools and Strategy, we had categorized that the Ank is the formulation, which means a number, and the number values availed in the manifest form are Shunyam, Ek, Dve, Sapt, Nav and Das. From here we can see that the values 3, number 3, Tre, Chatur, Panch, Shasht and Asht, these 5 numbers are being not availed in a specific format. It is for this reason that these values for which there are specific formulations in the text of Ganita Sutras, these are in manifest form, and these values which are not specifically formulated and made part of the text of the Ganita Sutras become the unmanifest form. Further, we had noticed that the Surya, the sun, is having 2 wives, Sangya, the noun, and Chaya. Also we had seen that Sangya is of TC value 25 and Chaya is of value 8. One shall have a pause here and take note that value 25 is the value which gives us the format 5 cross 5. As such, the Vedic mathematics teachers' orientation is to be along formats. Stage 1 and format 1 is 5 cross 5. Vedic mathematics teachers will be initiating Vedic mathematics values into young minds along 5 cross 5 format. When we know that value 25 is the value of formulation Vishnu, the overlord of a 6 space, then we can appreciate that this format is ultimately will take us to the vision of the Ganita Sutras mathematics of the solar universe, as solar universe is of the format of hypercube 6, representative regular body of a 6 space, and 6 space is presided by Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is also the presiding deity of a Sthapatya miring rod, and as such the initiation of the young minds in respect of the format 5 cross 5 will be of the result of giving a gentle, smooth chase for the perfection of intelligence for the young minds, which will be of the order of the vision, means which would be of the order of the solar universe. With it, the teachers of school Vedic mathematics shall make a specific note that Vedic mathematics is the mathematics of the vision of the order of the solar universe. This solar universe is along a format of hypercube 6. Hypercube 6 is the representative regular body of 6 space. 6 space is parallel to value 6. Value 6 as 6 Ank, as number 6 is the number of the sun. As such, the ultimate reach of this initiation along 5 cross 5 format is going to be reach of the order of the vision of the Ganita Sutras mathematics. Now, this 5 cross 5 is to be taken as a square format. This is 5 cross 5 is 5 as a length and 5 as a breadth. This is 5 cross 5. This 5 cross 5 gives this square. It would be blissful to take note that Vedic systems work as Yoga Nishtha and the Sankhya Nishtha. Yoga Nishtha and Sankhya Nishtha run parallel to each other, and these complement and supplement each other. This Yoga Nishtha would mean that we have to work on the geometric formats, as here it is coming to be varg, is square, and it presumes the number values. The Sankhya Nishtha presumes the existence of the geometric formats and avails the artifices of numbers. Therefore, artifices of numbers and the dimensional frames, dimensional bodies, dimensional formats are the two basic categories of mathematical entities. The first mathematical entity is the numbers. The second mathematical entity is the dimensional bodies, dimensional frames. Therefore, the numbers and the geometries, the features of the geometric formats and the values of the numbers, these are the two big classes of the mathematical entities. In category 1, in the previous lesson, we had reached that the number values being availed in manifest form, in unmanifest form, in the text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras. Today in this lesson 14, in this category second, we are captioning it as varg. It would be blissful to take note that in the entire text of Ganita Sutras and Ganita Upsutras, only geometrical body is the varg formulation, and it is a formulation as Ganita Upsutra 7. The Ganita Upsutra 7, Yav Dunam Tav Dunikrit Varg Cha Yojet. Varg is the formulation. Varg is the formulation. It is in manifest form. It is in a specific manifest form, available, being availed, being utilized, being part of the text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutra. Let us make a note that of the dimensional bodies, only varg, which simple rendering means square, is being availed in manifest form by the text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras, and it marks its presence in Ganita Upsutra 7, and Ganita Upsutra 7 is Yav Dunam Tav Dunyakrit Varg Cha Yojet. So this varg is the formulation. It is in a manifest form. Therefore, the only formulation in manifest form being availed by the text of Ganita Sutras and Ganita Upsutra is a varg. Let us have a pause here. Let us make a big note that the text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras is availing only formulation varg as the part of the text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras, and this way this formulation varg becomes the basic and only, so a complete single entry source of the tools of the geometric formats. So category 1 tools are in two parts, giving us in manifest form as many as 6 values and in an unmanifest form as many as 5 values. This makes total number of 11 mathematical tools. These 11 mathematical tools are forming part of category 1 of the number values tools availed by the text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras. However, category 2 is having only a single entry. It is a varg, which means simple rendering would mean square, and we know square is a representative regular body of 2 space, and further we know the 2 space plays the role of dimension of a 4 space, means the creator's space. And creator's space means the 4 space as well is having its body H4 hypercube 4. And this hypercube 4, this is the formulation, this is the depiction of hypercube 4. Hypercube 4 is a 4-fold manifestation layer with 2 space playing the role of a dimension, 3 space playing the role of a boundary, 4 space as domain, and 5 space as an origin. So 5 space is the origin, 3 space is the boundary, and 4 space is the domain, and 2 space plays the role of a dimension. Let us see. 2 plus 3 plus 4 for 5 makes a summation value 14. And this value 14 is the value of the transcendental code value of the formation varg. Varg is a composition availing 5 letters: va, a, ra, ga, and a. These have the transcendental code values 7, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are 5 letters availed, and value is 14, and this value 14 is equal to the summation value of the 4 folds of hypercube 4. These 4 folds of hypercube 4, 2, 3, 4, 5 are of value 14, which is the TCV value of the formulation varg. Therefore, the varg, which simple means square, which is a 2 space body, here with its value 14. Therefore, this value 14 of this formulation varg being parallel to the 4-fold manifestation layer of hypercube 4 means that the strategy here is that 2 space shall be availed, shall be worked out in the role of a dimension of a 4 space. The tool is a varg, means 2 space body, means square, and the strategy is, its value is 14. So strategy is the 2 space shall be availed for its role as a dimension, and 2 space as dimension we see structures and leads us to hypercube 4, the representative regular body of a 4 space. And then as 2 space, it means a pair of dimensions, so the spatial order at first step will take us to value 14, means to 2 space will take to 4 space, and at the next step one more than before, and otherwise along the second axis it will take to value 6. So this tool varg is by strategy initially taking us to 4 space, and then as a step ahead is taking us to 6 space, which is our vision. This tool varg is a single tool making a complete category. This category, single tool category of varg square, the representative regular body of a 2 space with its TC value 14, parallel to the summation value of 4 folds of hypercube 4 is, and 2 space itself being of pair of dimensions. So at first dimension it takes us to hypercube 4, the 4 space, and a step ahead 4 space takes us to 6 space, and it is this reach in terms of this formulation, this tool by this strategy is taking us ultimately to our vision being of a 6 space. Here it also will be beautiful that if we have a revisit to the text of Ganita Sutra 1, then we see that the first letter of Ganita Sutra 1 is A, 6th vowel of value 6. The second letter is Ka Brahma, and it is of value 4. The third letter is A of TC value 2. One shall have a pause here and take note that the first triple letters of the text of Ganita Sutra 1, A, ka and a are of triple values 6, 4 and 2, and these 6, 4 and 2 values as such are 6 space as a domain, 4 space as a dimension, and 2 space as a dimension of dimension. As such, this tool work as per strategy when is availed as per its TCV value 14, it takes us to the hypercube 4 as a fourfold manifestation layer 2, 3, 4 and 5, and at the next step as a second axis, it being a spatial order, it takes us to space 6. And other way it can be said that 6 space to 4 space to 2 space is the transcendence order to be within a 6 space domain. Therefore, within our solar universe, the transcendence order is from 6 to 4 to 2. This 6 to 4 to 2 gives us a value 12, and we know value 12 is the value of the formulation yog. Yog is the formulation which leads us to value 12. See, 12 is equal to 2 plus 4 plus 6. We know 2 means a worg and its TCV value is 14, which takes us to value 4, and we know that at the second axis it will take us to 6. So reaching from 2 to 4 to 6 as 3 steps as per this formulation, as per this tool, as per this strategy will be of the vision, which vision will be the vision of the solar universe. Therefore, this vision of the solar universe of ours is the vision which is the vision of a yoga. So it is a yoganishta. Therefore, yoganishta presumes the existence of numbers 2, 4 and 6 and avails the geometric format. In a reverse orientation, the Sankhya Nishtha is the Nishtha which presumes the existence of a geometric format, say Varga, and it avails the values 2, 4 and 6. One can further have a pause here and take note that the Vedic knowledge of Samhitas is organized by accepting Rishi, Devata, Chand and Swara for each mantra. Now let us have a concentration upon the formulation Rishi. It is a 3 letters formulation, and this formulation is of 3 letters of values 2, 6 and 4. So these triple letters 2, 4 and 6 are the letters parallel to the transcendental code values of first 3 letters of the text of Ganita Sutra 1. With it, we will know that we have to sit comfortably, we have to permit the transcending mind to be parallel to the organization format of the text of the Ganita Sutras, and then we have to associate the TCV values to these letters, and the first 3 letters of the Ganita Sutra 1 itself give us values 6, 4 and 2. These values 6, 4 and 2 take us to 6 space, 4 space and 2 space, which means that within our solar universe we have to transcend from 6 spaces domain to 4 spaces dimension to 2 spaces dimension of a dimension. It is this which is going to be a rishi, which would mean a drishta, a seer, and this also will take us to that when we are reaching at the formulation varga as a mathematical tool of a second category, then it will be as strategy will be taking us from 2 space to 4 space to 6 space, and as a Sankhya Nishtha we will be coming back 6, 4 and 2. Therefore, Yoga Nishtha and Sankhya Nishtha run parallel to each other. Let us make a note that Vedic systems are simultaneously availing Yoga Nishtha and Sankhya Nishtha to run parallel at each processing step and to complement and supplement each other at each step. Further, let us make a note, Yoga Nishtha presumes the existence of artifices numbers like 2, 4 and 6 and avails the geometric formats like of a Varga. Then the Sankhya Nishtha presumes the existence of geometric formats like Varga and works out the artifices numbers as 2, 4 and 6. So this is this parallel, simultaneous complementation and supplementation of the numbers values and the dimensional frames is the basic source, is the basic feature, is the basic tool, is the basic strategy, and this strategy is taking us to the order of the vision of our solar universe of Vedic mathematics. Now let us have a fresh visit to the text of the Ganita Sutras and Upsutras. We will find that the Varga, the basic formulation, and there is also a Purv, which would mean an east. Once this one direction is taken, the other directions will automatically follow, will work out these. Then Udharv means going upward and then going diagonal wise. Direction upward and diagonal wise will take us to a square format, and the square format will work out in terms of a diagonal and in terms of a side. This side and a diagonal as such are the two basic constituents of the structural setup of a square. Therefore, this vertical and crosswise also will simultaneously take us to the Sutra 3. We will come to it afterwards, how these tools with their strategy as per the working rules, mathematical rules of the Ganita Sutras are ultimately making us mathematics and bringing us face to face with the mathematical domains. But here let us have a pause and see that Ghan, which simple rendering would mean cube, is the another geometric formulation, and this Ghan is a formulation which if given the initial values, then these also Gha takes the value 4, and then this formulation Ghan will take us to value 14. However, when Ka is taken as a Shiv, then it will take value 5, and this letter, fourth letter, will take value 8, and with it this will get the value 18. It is here we shall have a pause and take note that Vedic systems is arranging its text in terms of the transcendental code values, and further these formulations are leading to the mathematical tools. Then there is a strategy within the Ganita Sutras text itself. When these tools are worked as per this strategy, these take us to the end reach of the order of the vision of the Ganita Sutras. Therefore, we, the students of Vedic mathematics, we sadhakas, we the scholars, we the teachers, and having a desire, having an urge to imbibe the values of mathematics of the Ganita Sutras, then we shall first memorize this text. Then during prayer, during our Vedic mathematics prayer, let us recite in a chorus this text starting from the first letter and we reach up till the last letter. Then we shall associate transcendental code values to these letters in the sequential order and a format. Then we shall reach at the individual letters, which will be 36 for the entire text. Then we shall reach at the formulations which constitute the text of sutras and upsutras. These will be 46. Then each of these formulations of 46 formulations shall be further changed for their internal organization to reach at the sub-formulations, and it is thereafter we will be reaching at the formulations like ek in Sutra 1 itself and formulation varg in Ganita Sutra 7, and then let us categorize them. Our blissful exercise will be that we shall categorize the tools, the mathematical tools being availed in specific formulations, formats, and in the previous lesson we have attempted to reach at the category 1 of the mathematical tools of the numbers of values, and now in this lesson we are reaching at category 2, the category of the dimensional bodies, dimensional format. The first category of mathematical tools of numbers values are taking us to 6 tools in manifest form: 0, 1, 2, 7, 9 and 10, and 5 of the remaining had been unmanifest form. Here in category 2 we have reached at a single tool. This tool is a varg. It is a square. When it is a representative body of a 2 space, and this representative body of a 2 space, when in the role of a dimension, is taking us to hypercube 4, the representative regular body of a 4 space, and as 2 space with pair of dimensions at the next step will take us to 6 space. Like that, we have to revisit the text of Ganita Sutras and Upsutras and try to reach at how the directions and how the diagonals, how the sides, how the angles, and how the other dimensional bodies like cube are going to be reached at in terms of this single mathematical tool of a dimensional body in the form of a varg, and how is it that this single tool square as a representative body of 2 space is taken to be sufficient in its manifest form to have exhaustive coverage for whole of the geometric format for our existence phenomenon of a solar universe. Like that, we will be as teachers taking it that the varga is availing 5 letters, and if 5 letters on first axis and 5 letters on the x-axis, it will be making a 25. It would be making 5 cross 5 grids. Therefore, the first format, which ultimately will become the end format for perfection of intelligence in the young minds, it is going to be, the title should be given, let us learn and let us teach in informal way as well as in formal way, count 1 to 5 times. If we can count 1 to 5 times, then this informal learning will be sufficient for building the entire superstructures thereupon, and entire superstructure built upon this grid format 5 cross 5 or counts 1 to 5 will be perfecting our intelligence for the entire discipline of Vedic mathematics of the order of our solar universe. Therefore, the format 1, the phase 1 for Vedic mathematics teachers orientation courses is stage 1. We are at format 1 today. It is 5 cross 5. It takes us to counting 1 to 5 times, and it also takes us to varga format. Therefore, it is on a square format that we are taking the counting. So we know when we'll say 1, 2, 3, so on, and when we'll take 1 cross 1, 2 cross 1, 3 cross 1, then actually we'll be taking the number values from the linear format to a square format. So the square area is 1 and the length is also 1. This all squares as 1, length as 1. Therefore counting will be 1, then when we go at 2, we'll take both of them. So going 2 units on a length or going 2 units as a 2 square units is the internal unfolding of this format, which will unfold, expand, evolve, and will perfect the intelligence. So learn and teach is the methodology here. As it is ancient wisdom, so we shall learn and then we shall teach. Thank you very much.